This is a part of the pre-tour show. You're going to get to see it live on Hollywood Music Television. Cody Prouty in the house.
Hello.
And the new band was still without name. I thought Already Dead would be good, but by the time we get there to record it.
What kind of sound do you guys have?
Oh, a lot of our music is rather dark. We're pretty much doing like
Black metal?
maybe black. Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna mention that part, but
No,
yeah.
I grew up in the whole goth scene, dude, and I was younger, so.
God,
25.
definitely God.
25?
No, I'm really 30.
Really? Great, man.
Thank you, man. But I did music myself. I was in a band for about 5 years.
Oh, really? What do you have? Bass?
No, I play guitar, but I've been a singer since I was a kid. So
That's awesome.
anything, everything.
Are you
I was thinking
interested
something
in
based on like
pursuing
the experiences we had in Hollywood
I mean, I didn't know
and
if you're, maybe
the
after
carnival.
It's the best medium to
Maybe
express
base it on some philosophy or mythology or just hormonal stuff. But
editing.
it's also about like the struggle in the jungle here and just like actual road
worked out in terms of like we're doing 13
cool.
We're doing 13 short black and white films. Like
I was thinking also maybe
German
something a little bit more gangster style too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or groove style.
Like a heavy metal gangster.
Kind of like Necro. I don't know if you've ever heard of Necro.
No.
You're talking about the band that's
A
rocking?
little bit better than ICP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely better than
A little bit
ICP.
hip hop, kind of like
themes,
Korn does, but
different versions.
a little bit darker.
You guys need to come up with a name for your band.
Well, there's a few.
First, I want to meet more friends, and then you know what I'm saying, get some ideals from them about what we're gonna do, and then figure out from there what we're gonna call it. Because you know what I'm saying, our other band members are gonna determine whether they want to, you know what I'm saying, go along with what my name is.
How many guys do you have in your band right now?
We haven't hired the touring.
I have 3 guys.
But we'll be the
That was in Texas. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and
I had a goth rock band actually called Via Shadows.
that sounds good. I was thinking something mythological. Maybe.
Everyone's like, well, some people liked it, other people were like, oh, Via, that's really cheesy.
I
Via
like
Shadows.
dark themed European bands, Jimmy Forrester, Mayhem. I like the older stuff, Venom, Bathory, Type of Negative.
I like the Bathory.
But my favorite band is Asheron.
Is this doing
They're
audio
from
too?
Florida.
I like Leftover Track.
I'll put it on YouTube.
You should.
I will.
And post it up on Hollywood Music Television.
Okay.
Number one.
What would you guys suggest?
For names, I think your name should represent what your material is. Like the material I wrote, like the songs.
Candy droppers.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
What
Well,
was that?
the material we wrote was like a lot like
droppers.
like influentially speaking, like I love Stabbing Westward and like a lot of real dark tortured bands.
Alright, so you're thinking more like death metal style.
No,
Gory
like, what I
stuff.
loved about Stabbing Westward was the guy was like, I go mad if I can't be without you, and just these real tortured songs like, where he felt it, you know what I mean? Like it was like I've been there and I felt it. Like the songs I wrote the song called Needing You. It was kind of like that. Or I wrote another song called Steps in Emptiness, and I wrote another song called Angels Die. No, actually, my band's called Via Shadows. If you could go on MySpace, type in Via Shadows, you'll find it.
Definitely want to check that out. Very good.
But it's
You guys can be on our keyboard.
oh, we're not together anymore. I just hooked
Maybe you'll
up.
regroup it.
I just hooked up with my keyboardist actually recently. My old keyboardist recently.
Alright.
We're talking again, but
Well, it's going to take.
You
9
like goth
months. It'll take
industrial?
about 9 months to negotiate.
I do. I like everything honestly. But one thing I liked about one thing I found with doing music is I've tried to write a love song a billion times. I can't do it.
Oh.
I can't. And I'll tell you why.
Write a
because-
suicidal love song.
Well, I can't write a love song because dude, love is such a beautiful feeling, man.
Right, you can't express what it is.
I don't have the words to express it.
Feel that.
Some guys do, I don't.
But
All
what
right,
about the
all
part
right.
when you realize love is like this work in progress? It's
Well, no,
like
okay.
sort of idiot
Have
savant,
you ever watched
like-
Autopsy on HBO? Have you ever watched Autopsy?
Not you.
Have you ever watched Autopsy?
I watch stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, there was this episode. It was about this doctor. He was a professor. He was a professor, okay? This is way back in like the 1920s. But he fell in love with this girl who had polio, okay? And she dies, okay? Well, check this out. The dude is some sick shit, right? She dies, and he digs her up from her grave. He used preservatives and stuff to keep her
corpse.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I saw that last time.
You saw it, you know exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
So it's a necromancy.
I wrote this song called Black Doll, okay? It was Black Doll. I cut Black Dahlia off. I put Black Doll. But it was about this doctor who fell in love with this girl. He couldn't let the love go, so he dug her up and no, he dug her up and he kept her. He tried to preserve her the best that he could. It was about 7 years later that she rotted out or whatever. But he tied her bones together with piano wire. He stuffed her. He used a concoction of vinyl and silk.
By the way,
Some sculpture stuff. Shut up.
I just want to get that on film. Okay.
He used a concoction of vinyl and silk to make her skin. So by the time they found her, she looked like a fake version of herself. But the song I wrote was, like when I looked at it, it was kind of like, you know what, this guy's sick, but man, he loved her enough to the point where he could not let her go. You know what I mean? It wasn't about,
Like Dahmer, he kept all the skulls.
I guess, it wasn't about the perversion, it was about the love. What I noticed was the love, and what he was, like the, I think, well, like for example, the first lyrics I wrote was, you'll find it, dude. It's on my MySpace. But it's about.
Like I have to relax my mind. If I get a brain freeze like that, I do. I mean,
It was about love, dude. He couldn't let it go. You know what I mean, dude?
Right.
So like when my guitarist's mom heard the song, she's like, man, that's a cool song.
Well,
and then she
Oh,
heard
no,
the-
thank you.
And then she heard the lyrics. Thank you. She heard the lyrics. She heard the lyrics, and
Do you
she
guys
was
have a
like,
MySpace?
she's like, man, that's a really fucked up song. It's about
I used to
feeling
stay on the
shit,
internet
right?
all the time.
I was like, in a way,
Right
but
now
not
we're just
necessarily.
browsing.
It's about love, you know, like the love died and you couldn't let it go. But
how does that feel like in terms of the difference? Well, no, I want to hear your song just to hear what you did because you were saying it's a hard subject. I mean, my boy Chris died of a heroin overdose, and it took me about. I wrote half of the lyrics, and I carried them around in my wallet for about a year or so.
you love Chris, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then my best friend in the world, and it was like somebody dying for you in your life, you know. And
How much you love Chris?
I love Chris to the point that I carried this song around in my wallet
You were in
for a
love
year
with
and a half. Could not get that far. Went for another year to meet my dad for the first time.
He was your
For
soulmate.
the
You were
third
in
life.
love with Chris.
I wouldn't go there. We did share a girlfriend often. There was physicality, but it wasn't something.
Were you guys a couple or just friends?
We were best of friends. It was very intimate. I wouldn't even go there, actually. But the point that I was trying to drive at, but yes, we were tertiary in our sort of vibe kind of way.
I'm just trying to understand it because I was actually married this girl that I love. You know what I mean? I was trying to understand the dynamic.
No, I understand. I was just getting at the point that then I was going for another year, meeting my father for like the third time. I got jumped by these 5 rednecks and they slit my throat, 42 stitches. These, you know, all these stab wounds. I get Irish happy. I beat the living shit out of it and almost kill one of them, but I survive as well. I get back to Colorado. I record this band called Already Dead, who had become this emo, went from screamo to emo, and was what became from Already Dead to Kiss Me Butterfly.
Oh, no, thank you.
At the end of 5 days of mad recording, like
I like Kiss Me Butterfly. It's sick, dude.
yeah, it was working.
Yeah,
And the
dude.
point is that then.
I like His Infernal Majesty.
Then the last thing we do before that situation
The one
blows
called,
up in my face.
Join Me in
Literally. The last thing we do is
it's got like Faces
the
of Death,
lead
right?
singer from Kiss Me Butterfly.
Videos of Faces of
Records the
Death,
song,
that
adds
song,
these
or-
mad lyrics,
Faces of
and
Death
then all of
scenes.
that, this new
Yeah.
project, this new direction, which is
That's what kinda like
preliminary part of
brings
this
me to
tour,
their band.
gets
Like, oh,
taken from me because they decided to get drunk and they were underage and that's the cops were coming, and I gotta leave. So
I'm not a bad guy.
It's, to me, love is tragedy. Love is, you know, it's a painful experience. But if it doesn't crush you, then how do you regenerate? How do you
Yeah.
absolutely
I don't know what
become
that
a new being? You know, how do you go out of the chrysalis and into the butterfly?
Do you guys have any last minute words?
Last
You have to
piece
go.
out. I hope to see Via Shadows on the tour, which will be the Harley Davidson Raw Dance Tour at Hollywood Music College.
Cool.
Join us. Dark side.
Cool.
You guys, what was your name, man?
I'm Temple Monte. and
Jay,
that's-
Colby Sean.
Temple.
Colby Sean Friday.
What's your name?
Colby Sean
I'm
Friday.
Hi,
Elisa.
Alicia. Here,
Meet
thank you,
you.
the camera. It's our camera girl, Alicia. She's so
It was
pretty.
nice. I hope you guys are safe on the road. You know what I mean?
All right,
Same here. You guys always.
And-
Thank you.